Let's listen to Joe Rogan tell you the truth about corrupt Democrats, that they're paying protesters to protest against Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Doge to hide their corruption. Remember, Joe Rogan was a Democrat his entire life. So was RFK. So was Elon Musk. Up until about 2 years ago, they just can't take the liberal corruption anymore. The insanity. They're sick of it. Even their biggest supporters are jumping ship. What does that tell you about the Democratic Party? Let's jump into the video.
Worry about is how much mental. This is where I get mad at the media for presenting this like this is Hitler. We're having it notched up to 11 for the past 8 years. And now you've got this because he was put in. It's almost like that energy has been transferred to Elon now. Because now, did you see the Elon protests? They're protesting Elon. They're literally standing out there with signs that say, arrest Elon Musk.
Listen, I guarantee it's organized. I guarantee it's organized by the same people that are going to lose a shitload of money based on all these discoveries at Doge. There's no way they're not. If you look at what Doge is uncovering, what they're uncovering with this USAID stuff, a lot of that stuff was organizing through NGOs protests. They organized the attempt at getting Trump impeached.
I thought you were going to say killed.
They organized the impeachment.
That's come out.
They also USAID spent $50 million on the lab that invented coronavirus.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of money involved in this not working. And when you have a lot of money involved, you're going to have organized protest. When you see protests, we all want to think protests like the 1960s. Yeah, fight the war, man. It's like organic, like peace, love, and hippie shit. But that's not what this is. What this is organized, funded protests where someone is spending a lot of money and they're mobilizing other NGOs. They're using their access to these mailing lists and all these different things. They're putting these things together.
Yeah, but do you think that the average liberal person, do you think that they're going to wake up and come around? Or do you think that they're going to be in like agony for 4 years and be...
What if it works? Like, what if the world gets safer, the country gets safer, the economy improves, and they don't attack civil rights, women's rights, gay rights, all these things that everybody's worried about. And then at the end of it, you realize like, hey, maybe I was wrong.
I mean, that's my question though. Are they capable of that kind of self-reflection?
Well, we're saying they as if it's like one different, like one kind of person.
No, I mean...
There's so many different people in they.
Agreed. I mean, when I say they, I mean people who have bought into the...
So Joe Rogan says that Democrats, the whole Democratic crime machine, Joe Biden, Maxine Waters, all of them, are paying protesters to protest to hide their corruption. And it's not just a thought. It's not just a speculation. That's exactly what's going on. And that's why I keep saying it. If you have a problem with Elon Musk and Donald Trump telling you where your tax money is being spent, you're either three things. You're complicit and you're part of it, you're an idiot, or you're a moron. It's as simple as that. You don't want to know where your tax money is being spent? It's the equivalent to you go to your bank, all your money's missing, and you go into the bank and say, hey, where's my money? And they say, we're not telling you. And you say, okay, no problem. You would never let that happen, regardless if you were a Republican or Democrat. You would lose your effing mind. How come you don't have the same energy and enthusiasm to see where your tax money's going? Because you have a mental disorder. Liberalism is a mental disorder. Plain and simple. They don't even know what they're protesting. Oh, Donald Trump, Orange man bad, Orange man racist. Elon Musk, a Democrat forever up until about 2 years ago when Democrats crossed the line and neutered his son, and now you can't figure out why he comes after you. You messed with the man's son, his oldest son. You neutered him. You made him think he could be a female. You gave him all types of drugs. You didn't think there was going to be any consequences to that? That's why he lives to destroy you and point out your corruption now. You know that you've seen the book. Everybody's seen the book. Choose your enemies carefully. But Democrats, they have no boundaries. And somebody like Rogan an ultra liberal who had to leave California, a place he said he would never live. He loves California. He loves being a liberal. He moved to Texas and had Trump on his show. Doesn't necessarily say he agrees with Trump, but he gave Trump a platform to explain his side of the story. And when you're as successful as Rogan, as big as Rogan, that's like a nuclear bomb. So why is Rogan doing all this? Because he can't take the liberal insanity, corruption anymore. He can't take it. RFK can't take it. Elon Musk can't take it. The most powerful Democrats with common sense have left their own party. What does that tell you about yourself? Let's see what the greatest American to ever live is up to. Donald J. Trump, the toughest human being that God has ever created. Let's look at one of his tweets. Billions of dollars of fraud, waste, and abuse has already been found in the investigation of our incompetently run government. Now, certain activists and highly political judges want us to slow down or stop. Losing this momentum will be very detrimental to finding the truth, which is turning out to be a disaster for those involved in running our government. Much left to find. No excuses. Yep. The law is coming. Donald J. Trump is coming. And he's going to unturn every stone just like he did. See, the difference between Donald Trump and Democrats is this. Democrats made up their whole case against Donald Trump. Oh, trust me, they unturned every stone. If he had one little thing that he did wrong, he'd be in Gitmo. He's as clean as a whistle. But the differences with Democrats is this. They're corrupt to their core. Straight criminals. And Democrats know that when Donald Trump goes looking for the corruption, he's going to find it everywhere and they're going to be prosecuted. And they're absolutely melting down and losing their minds. And it brings me nothing but joy. I love every second of it. Trump signs a proclamation as Air Force One flies over the Gulf of America for the first time. This is what real leadership looks like. It's so refreshing to know that I can go to sleep at night knowing that the President of the United States loves America and puts Americans first and changes the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I love it.
Air Force One is currently in international waters for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, yeah. He did that well. That's a good... Make America great again, right? That's what we care about. Okay, here we go. So this is a famous pen now.
You know why I love every second of this? Because this is the type of video that makes liberals' heads explode, where they're literally screaming and crying in the streets. This is the type of video where the so-called ladies on The View absolutely melt down because Trump changed the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America and signs the proclamation as he's flying over it. Something like this, it just makes... It's like when a liberal hears the truth or a fact or a law, you could see it in their face, the panic and the outrage. It's the same thing. So I love this video. Trump's press secretary, she also does a great job. You know, one of the most important jobs in America, because she reports to Trump and then she speaks directly to the public, informing them what's going on. You know, supposedly Trump hates women. He hates them all. But his last two press secretaries have been female. And look at all the corrupt Democrats. Look at this psychopath. Look at her crying in the streets and trying to break down walls and doors because Democrats don't want their corruption to be found. And Donald Trump and his cabinet are telling you it doesn't matter how you feel about it, it's going to happen. So let's listen to the press secretary.
Trump and Elon Musk and our entire administration are going to continue to go line by line and treat this federal government like a business. Money in, money out. And what do we actually need to spend money on to advance America's interests? That is our goal here. That's all that's happening. Anything else is fear-mongering by the left because they don't have a real message and they're deranged. There's no other way to put it.
They are absolutely deranged. That's what they are. And it's just, could you imagine, if you would have said this in 1980, that people are outraged because they don't want to know where their tax money's being spent? This is it's a psyop of brainwashing by a bunch of communists. The USAID was paying millions of dollars to news outlets to spin all these narratives, and you got all these Democratic liberal zombies that sit in front of their TV all day long and just soak this in and think that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are neo-Nazis and they're somehow, making children around the world starve because they want to know where every cent of taxpayer money is going. And look at this deranged lunatic. Nice hairdo. Looks great. Yeah. Let's put her in charge of the education system. Democrats have had absolute power for too long, and absolute power corrupts. They've controlled the media, social media, the court system, appointing corrupt judges and corrupt DAs to weaponize our justice system against political opponents, and it's all coming unraveled before your eyes because Donald Trump is not going to rest until all the corruption is unveiled. I love every second of it. It's also being reported in the next 11 days. The Epstein client list will be released, and Democrats are all trembling, getting on planes, leaving the country. Do you think that Trump won't send FBI agents over to other countries to bring you back here, to bring you to justice? I love it. It's all downhill for Democrats for the next 4 years. Thanks to the greatest American to ever live, Donald J. Trump.